Today we are getting into chapter 2 of our campaign. Last time, let me bring up the right screen here. Last time we dealt with the Broken, who are a group of feral humans who have been raiding our village in ever-increasing intervals. We finally dealt with them. We managed to find our way to their camp, kill most of the combatants, chase a few away, burn the place down, and even returned with some prisoners that we have to now deal with. But the question today is the question: what are we going to do next? We took this into our own hands because our lord, our little local chief who took over our village some 5 years ago or so, did not respond to our calls for help. So we sent him word that we are being raided. We need more wardens to guard us, to protect us, or we need a wall or something. And he ignored all of that. He's too busy campaigning. He's too busy doing something else, trying to gain more power than to pay attention to us. So now that the immediate threat is gone, what shall we do next? What is Macius going to do? We have a couple options, couple of ideas, things I've been thinking about. And first, the idea is that we go see the Lord, right? We go see him and say, what is going on? We had to do this ourselves. You're failing your obligation. Basically confront him and say, hey, you are not fulfilling your iron vow to be our chief. Now, well, that might sound like a good idea. I don't think it would be very wise because we're probably going to get killed. We're only a small group of villagers, even though we are pretty cool. We have a pet dragon, or a pet wyvern, so to speak, who helps us tend to our draconic forge. I don't think we'd do very well if we were to do that. So instead, we have some other options. We can get stronger. I think our ultimate goal, let's take a look at our vows we've already made. So our big vow is to be free of this lord altogether, right? We took a completed, we should put this under completed now, Control X. Completed quests. I can make this a title. There we go. Was the Broken. What's the deal with the Broken? Right? So we did that. Now we need another kind of step. A step along the way to eventually getting rid of this guy. We have to, of course, get more power, become stronger, gain followers. That's what we're going to do. Which is probably what we're going to have to do to get some more support. We can try to recruit other villages. We should maybe make a list. Let's do that. Let's make a new list of possible quests. Things that we might want to do on our way to completing our main quest. We might want to gain followers, recruit other villages to join us in our rebellion, essentially, our just rebellion. Oh, hey, Rahoric, nice to see you. Check out next to your name. You now have a VIP diamond. That's pretty cool. How you doing? I saw you were playing League and Civ 6 today. Checking out the free game. You're all over the place with games. Do you gotta teach me how to play League? I have a few friends who play it, and I've never gotten into MOBAs at all. Overwatch, League, or anyways. Hey Lux, nice to see you, my friend. You are here as well. We're getting into our Iron campaign, our second chapter. We're trying to think about what we're going to do next. So we took care of the immediate threat to our village, but now everybody is mad. Chief didn't do his job. So what should we do next? So I'm coming up with some ideas for some possible quests here. So gain followers, recruit other villages to join us. We can go after like a go after special items to increase our power. Maybe find a new iron source or something like that. We could do that, but hey, just more violence. Well, we need to go kill somebody. Oh, we could do that. We could start a resistance. We could start raiding his villages under the cover of night. We could like start raiding his caravans, we can become raiders for justice, like the Three Musketeers or Robin Hood or something like that. I like it. Just yeah, I picked up Civ for free, just seeing if we could connect from Steam to Epic. You can. I think some other console. Yeah, that's cool. That has cross-platform. I picked it up too. I would definitely be up for a Civ game. I haven't played Civ since Civ. I played Civ 4 and a little bit of 5. I have 5 on my computer, but I don't remember how much I actually played. But it's been a while. I have not played any Civ 6, so. Can start a resistance according to just otherness. I don't know. We need to get power. Let's see what kind of moves we can do. We can aid allies, compel, draw a circle, forge bonds. We can go out and try to forge a bunch of bonds. We could do more fighting, combat, traveling to places. Something like that. I don't know. I kind of titled this episode The Question specifically because of the question of like, what are we going to do next? There's lots of different moves, and I think we can already start our chapter 2 storyline with the idea is that the town, the village, meets to discuss what to do next. What to do next? The chief has not upheld his iron vow. Many want to confront him, but we know we are not strong enough. I mean, we're strong, we're tough, but we're not trained fighters. That's the biggest problem. But I'm no good at League, but it's fun sometimes. A lot of these games I want to play cuts with. Yeah, pretty much me too. If there's a game, then I'll play. Yeah, organizing a big Civ game would be awesome. And also, oh yes, Rahoric has some new die. I believe I am a subscriber, so I should be able to roll the dice. There we go. Sweet. I like it. Not bad. Oh, Clarkart has a second. It's got a hydrate emote as well. Nice. Yeah, very nice. We're not strong enough. I mean, do we want to raise an army? A rebellion? Or do we want to try to do more because Macias is not a politics kind of guy. But as I look at what kind of combat moves, I mean, we're good at heart. We are good at heart. Heart is our best. Courage, willpower, empathy, sociability, and loyalty. So we're not bad. We're pretty good. We're probably one of the sort of leaders in the village because we're the blacksmith in a culture that reveres iron and weapons. And we're pretty wit. Actually, we're not. I don't think we should do anything with centrifuge because we're not very good at shadow or edge. So we're probably not good for that. But yes, we have a dragon. But maybe that's what we could try to do too, is we could try to make Ash the wyvern stronger. We could try to raise him up more. Hello, Alex. Marada. Lux, this is the what's it called? More core module for Fantasy Grounds, and it lets you design other systems in Fantasy Grounds. So someone made a Ironsworn template and dice roller for Fantasy Grounds. So you can search the Fantasy Grounds forum for it and then download the, I think it's More Core expansion, and then I used a fan-made Ironsworn character sheet. That's what I was looking for, which is this, which does all the roles for you. It's free. They also have, I believe they have like the Genesis system or the Fantasy Flight Star Wars system. They have Pendragon. They have other Powered by the Apocalypse kind of systems. So rule set. That's not an expansion, it's a rule set. That's what they call it. Yes. So that's what we're doing. So that's why it looks, and he even made this theme to go with it. So it's pretty cool. I like it. It's working out pretty well. Make Ash the Wyvern stronger. I think a simple mission we could do would be to forge more weapons. So it could even be as simple as like a really not even a dangerous task. But like we'll swear a vow, we will do some like testing a bond. How would we decide if we forge weapons, right? What does it say to do? Secure an advantage by crafting an item. I think we just do it. Oh, we face danger. In a prayer situation, I don't know if we'd face danger making a weapon, necessarily. We want to craft some items. We are a right, so we are a crafter. I like the idea of forging more weapons to start our own town guard. I think that's a good small first step. But then something might happen where we have to go out and gather more resources or whatever, and that could be our big quest. But yeah, I like that idea. Founding our own band. Kind of forging weapons, founding our own wardens. So yeah, collect all the parts for the weapon. We have to go out and get wood, iron, and all this stuff, and we want the best, right? We're not going to just do this half-assed and find some sticks laying around or whatever. We're going to go get good iron, good wood, lots of coal and things like that, and all of those things would be a challenge. The problem is I don't know what we would roll. Sure, we're not going to help our ally. We can compel someone to do no. Draw a circle. What is that? A duel. Oh, okay. No. Test our bonds, maybe? I don't think so. And you guys, Rorik, your forge weapon could involve a journey, maybe exotic beast parts, beasts that might have to fight. Ah, yeah. Rorik, is there like a... just like a generic challenge? Is that just face danger? I guess gather information or face danger. Not risky that too much. It's just something we try to do. I guess we could just try to do it and it would be just very low. But I don't know. Rorik, you play Ironsworn too, so give me some help here, buddy. Like, how do we do just a normal challenge? Like, I want to do this, but I want to see how well I succeed. Maybe advance? No, that's different. But you should have your stuff up. Yeah. I would appreciate the help for sure. I don't know. Yeah, let's see if I can find something. I could look at the moves book, but I don't know if that would help me too much. Quick reference for the moves. Zoom out. Make camp. Face danger. Take a journey. Compel. Oh, that's right. It's gonna do that to me. Let's see. Let's see. Aid your ally. Sojourn, when you spend time in a community seeking assistance. Nah. Oh, here we go. Test your spirit. When you face mental stress or your resolve is tested. So the mental stress of making weapons would probably be the best bet for us for there. I think that's what it is. Something little you can just do it. Yeah, I mean, just like we want to see if we can gather resources or forge the weapons, but we probably just do it. But I want to know if there's a way to see about like how good they are. Or we just always say we're just kick ass and we do it anyways. But I think endure stress is a good one to use for that. And we do have quite a good bonus because it's heart. So that might be good. But I like the idea of... That's what we're going to do. We're going to... Yeah, journey for them. That sounds good. I like the idea of... we need to arm ourselves. It's our first step along. Like, I have a decent sword. A few other guys have a scythe and a war hammer sort of thing. Or more like a woodsman's axe. We don't have weapons, and we don't have armor. So I like the idea that our first quest, after our taking care of our village, is to boost our capacity to fight. The village decides to arm itself, and for its defense, we're not to the point where the whole village wants to rebel openly yet. We're kind of more of like, we're angry at him now. And if he doesn't change the situation, then it could lead to rebellion. Armored success by building weapons, a palisade maybe? Palisade wall. Fortifications, maybe like a watchtower or something. But Do I have any bonds? Yes, Rahoric. I have a bond 1 with my family. I am married to Mila, and we have a boy, Ithela. My mother lives with us after my father died a couple of years ago from just an accident, I guess. And we also have a bond with the village of Daha, which is our village. And we are the blacksmith of that village. So those are our only 2 bonds. So that's our bonds that we have. I can leave those up for you if you want to have those up. There, we can put them over here. There we go. So that's what we can do. Yeah, so I think we can break it down into... I think as the blacksmith, we are entrusted with... the weapons, right? So Dragon Forge accidents can be fatal, I'm sure. Yeah, the dragon's breath doesn't quite go as planned, something deadly could happen. Yeah, it could definitely be face. Maybe that's what we do. If we craft normal weapons, it's fine. But we can add his fire to craft special items, and that is dangerous. And so we have to roll for harm or stress when we do that. I like, good job, Rahoric. I like that. Good idea. Okay, so we are entrusted. Oops, I'm typing in chat for some reason. We are entrusted with forging the weapons and basic, maybe, and metal parts. Like, we're not gonna have like plate mail, but like buckles and armor parts for armor and arrows. I think we do those pretty easily. But yeah, face danger for special weapons. The danger may be harm or maybe something even more severe. Exactly. Okay, so we are entrusted with forging the weapons and the metal parts for armor and arrows. The second part is easy. We did do those, no trouble. But we want good weapons. And we take it upon ourselves. We decide we need to forge weapons of better quality than in the past. Comparative than in the past. But keep the dragon away from Pepper so it doesn't sneeze. Yeah, that would be dangerous. We decide to forge weapons better quality in the past, so we need to adventure to find better quality iron or even steel. Is this where we discover steel? I think we discover steel. Because, well, what is technically steel is what? How do you make steel? Alloy, I mean, it's iron and carbon, but what's the ratio? And other elements, sometimes extra elements. Carbon in typical steel alloys may contribute up to 2% of its weight. Oh, holy crap, I'm looking at like material engineering charts of steel and iron at different temperatures and different ratios of chromatic, paramedic iron temperatures. Perlite is iron 3, carbon 2. That's low grade steel. We're gonna learn about smithing in today's campaign. If you weren't ready for that, sit back, get out your calculators, my friends, because we are doing science. Steel production. When iron is smelted from its ore, it contains more carbon than is desired to become steel. It must be reprocessed to reduce the carbon amount at which other elements are then added to make it steel. In the past, steel facilities would cast raw steel into ingots. Okay. So maybe ancient steel is something we're looking at? Yeah, it's very ancient steel. Damascus steel, that's what we're doing. We're going after Damascus steel. Oh, because if you missed the world building stuff, we came from a very warm, like tropical place, like Middle Eastern, arid place. It's kind of where we got the aesthetic for our character. And now we're living in this cold and brutal and, you know, muggy place, more like England or the Hebrides or something, right? So we're not necessarily well acclimated, but we try to rediscover the secret to our ancestral steel. We want to rediscover the secret to our ancestral steel. So it's kind of part of the tech we lost when we fled. We need a name for it. We have like Damascus steel because it was made in Damascus. So chat, I need a name of like a place or a person, a noun basically, that will be the kind of steel that we're trying to make. And we kind of have a Arabic theme for the names. We can always pull up a name generator, but I'd love for chat to put some input in on this. Oh, love the art. Thanks, Rahoric. Yeah, we had fun looking that up on the world building day. Worked out pretty well. Some kind of steel. X steel. We need to gather materials to do that. The name of the village is Daha. So that's the name of our village. It's on our bonds over here. The village of Daha. But it's not us, right? It's not our steel. It's from our ancestral home that, like, I dig through old... We're trying to rediscover this, right? As part of our move here. I guess gather information would be a good role. So we're going to get... now we need to outline our quest. Our bond, right? We're gonna make a vow, and we're gonna outline it. So our vow is to forge a new iron, to forge steel and make weapons out of it. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Along the way, we have to gather information. Recipe. We have to rediscover the recipe. There we go. Recipe. We have to undertake a journey. Oh, yeah, undertake a journey for resources. Then we have to maybe face danger of some kind, whether it's getting the resources or there's a beast. I like the idea of there's a beast living in the cave. Oh, perfect. There's a beast living in the cave. In the cave where the resources are. So that's our fight. Now we're not gonna go all the way back. It's a dangerous place. We can't go back there. We brought lots of books, and we're like a 4th, 5th generation blacksmith. So it's in the document somewhere. Maybe we have to, if we fail on our rolls, we may have to travel to another village to find the information. Clear out the beasts in the cave, and then return back. I think that's pretty good. It's simple. I think this is going to be a... Where are our vows already? We have a extreme vow. What do you think? Do you think this is dangerous or formidable? What's the difference between those two again? Oh, it's just how many things we take to progress. That's right. Let me see. Where's my rule book? I have so many windows open. Oh, there it is. Okay. So moves, vows. First, we should decide who we should maybe just wait till later. Locations, oracle. No, we don't need oracles. We need... a mountain location would be nice. And we need to go to the mountains. Where does it talk about the vows, the basics? Iron vows. Details in the world. Counter. Page 194. For those of you following along, it's a free PDF. You can download this right now and play along. Do your own DM campaign. We created a character. We already made the world. Like, I want to know, like, the levels of... I should save this somewhere so I don't have to keep finding it. Creating a quest outline. Okay, we're doing that right now. Mechanics. Yeah, how is it, like, what? Yeah, representing difficulty. Here we go. Adjusting ranks. Rank the challenge. Rank should request. Okay, be epic or die trying. I think we're gonna go formidable. We're gonna up at 1. Yeah. But I think the hardest part about this is we're gonna have to travel a long way for this. Where's our map? Here's our map. Let's zoom out. I think it would be ridiculous to say we have to go to the Veiled Mountains, because that's way too far away. But we probably have to venture... Ooh, maybe the Flooded Lands? That might be a good place to go. We're kind of very far south, so there's not a lot of hills on the given map. We could always make it up, though, of course. Let's see. Turn back. That's our outline, I think. Did that spell recipe right? I think that looks better. Undertake a journey, face danger, and if we fail along the way, it'll probably take up all of our time if we just fail. So, formidable is a good length for a decent sized quest or vow. Okay. Oh, first we have to swear the vow. So these are our parts. Make them our headings. We're gonna venture deep into... I think what's gonna happen is this undertake a journey is gonna have to involve some more gathering information. We're not very good at traveling. We learned that last time. So this could get interesting again. I think if we like fail something, he doesn't, it's not good enough. He finds something, but it's not good enough to be used. Okay. I think that's our basic outline. We'll find a formidable, depending on how the trip goes, we'll find a dangerous or formidable opponent to fight in the cave when we get there. Great, so first thing we do is we swear a vow. So our second vow is to arm the village with the best weapons possible. Formidable. Okay. That's our quest. So first we swear a vow. We are a sword master, so when we swear a vow, our momentum resets to 5. Momentum resets to 2, not 5. There we go. We had lots of momentum we didn't even use last time. Here we go. When you swear an iron vow by kneeling and grasping your sword blade, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. If you let the edge draw blood from your hand, endure harm in exchange for additional +1 momentum. I don't think we have to do that. We're going to take the +1 momentum. And we're going to do some crafting, so we will get that +1. Let's not forget about that. Okay, plus momentum, that's what we can do. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to swear our vow. Where did it go again? There it is. We only have a plus... What do we put in our bond? Note any bonus for sharing a bond in the perimeter. Okay, we are doing it for our village. So that's not the one. Our bonds. There we go. So we do get a point for that. Plus we get a point for kneeling and grasping our sword blade. So we have +2. So let's swear our vow. We rolled a 6. We rolled a 1, but we have +5. Because of our heart and then our bonus. So we beat them both just by our plus. Oh my god. That's horrible. On a strong hit, you are emboldened and it is clear what you must do next. Take 2 momentum. We know we need this to find that. We don't need that anymore. We know we need to find the old recipe for steel. Guys, I still need a name for the steel. You can use your points for that, or you can just put it in chat and we'll see what we come up with. Okay, so we're gonna need to gather information. We have +2 momentum, so we're at 4 momentum now. Okay, so let's gather information about how to do this. We're going to search, ask questions, or conduct an investigation. We roll wits, which we have next to nothing of. Which we have 2 wits, never mind. If you act within the community or ask questions of a person who share a bond, add +1. It's an ancient community. I don't know if we want to say it's with... We're not asking people around us. There's no one to ask. So wit. No any bonds. So we use Okay, so we don't have anything here, I think. Yeah, I don't know if we want to roll that. So we're going to roll just this. How does our gather information go? Oh, weak hit. Okay, what happened? We got a weak hit. On the weak hit, the information complicates your quest and introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover or ask the Oracle of Unsure. Take +1 momentum. So we're at 5 momentum. Where to go? Okay, so there's a complication. I know what it is. I have a good idea. Unless you guys have a good idea for it. My idea is that we're missing pages. Right? We have part of it. Like, we have the list of the recipe list, but we don't have the instructions for how to make it. Something like that. I think that's a good idea. We are a complication. We manage to find the list of ingredients, but are not able to find the instructions on how to cast the steel. The old books we have are missing pages or parts of pages, probably lost during the voyage here from our homes long generations ago. There we go. I think that sounds good. Yeah. We spend several days doing research. That's our complication. Okay, so now we have to find the instructions. Right? Or we can do one of two things. We have two paths. We can do one of two things. We can either go to another village and see if they have it, or we can experiment. So experiment will face harm, like probably several times until we get a good success. And then, or we can go to a village. So let's do a poll for you in chat. New poll. How do we learn how to make steel? Ask other blacksmiths, or do we experiment? Okay, it just keeps muting me. I think sometimes when I have OBS Studios selected, yeah, spacebar becomes mute and it's causing problems. There we go. I don't know, I restarted my computer before the stream and like it seems like most of my hotkeys for OBS are now rearranged or something. I don't know. I wonder how long that was. Always joy when I push a button I'm not supposed to. Should maybe move my hotkeys so. Oh, since the vote. Okay. At least you heard the vote. I wasn't talking much about after that. That's why you guys weren't replying to me. Lux wanted to see how things blew up in his face. Should leave. I wish I could leave up OBS a little bit so I could see myself talking and make sure I don't accidentally push that button again. But we're gonna go undertake the journey to find the materials. We're going to go to the village. I think we have to convince him. We have to convince him to share his secrets with us of Suli and see if the blacksmith there knows how to make the steel. A D20. Does my bot not have a dice roll? Maybe I don't have it turned on. But stream shouldn't be doing this live, but whatever. Stream element. Is there a dice roller for stream elements or Nightbot? I'm not sure because I know Rahoric has it going on. So Silent Willow. This is Fantasy Grounds. It's a virtual tabletop system like Roll20, if you've heard of that. Helps you run roleplay campaigns online. I like this better because I can buy it. I don't have to keep paying every month, and I have unlimited storage because it's my computer. So it's nice. Welcome, Silent Willow. We are working on our Ironsworn campaign. We have decided today that we are going to forge some weapons, but we need to go out and get the resources and figure out how to make them. So that's what we're doing right now. And I shouldn't be messing with bots too much, but Rahoric thinks there should be a dice roller, and for some reason it's not on. I don't know if that's my fault or what. Ask me. I might just not have a bot that can do it. I might have to add that command to something, because I don't see it on an automatic list. Sorry, Rahoric. But you have rolled one random number. Okay, is that the code I need to use? That's the result command I use. Oh, okay. I will copy that, because it would be cool if chat could roll some dice. Rahoric is quite the bot master. His bot and his chat can do quite a bit of crazy stuff. So I will take care of that later. We can't really. I don't want to stop in the middle, but I'll take care of it for next time. Thanks. So we need to go to find and convince him. So now we have to make a journey, and then we have to convince. We have to. What's it called? Compel. Compel. Okay, we need to compel him to tell us. To tell us, oops, to tell us? How to make steel. There we go. Okay, so let's undertake the journey. It's not that dangerous because we know where it is. We should go to our map. And here we are. We are down here. This is our village. This is where we destroy the enemy. So we're gonna make another note. We're gonna call it Suli. It's a town. We're gonna go to the local kind of bigger town and see if the blacksmith there knows. The blacksmith is well known and might have the ability to make steel or the books with the information we need. There you go. Do you have to log in or have an online account to use this? I think how it connects Silent Willow is via like IP address. You have to make an account in the sense of like, you have to have a name that's your username, so we can assign you stuff when you join a campaign. But if you buy the, let me actually put a link in chat here. Doing some free advertisement for Fantasy Grounds. Hope they appreciate it. Yes, you can use it online. You connect directly to the computer, if I'm understand it correctly. So basically, like, when the GM creates a campaign, it gives you a... Oh, I can use it offline. Because I'm offline right now. So it's not connected to the internet right now. You can also do it online. It generates an IP address or that you can connect to, I believe. So yeah. So that's what you can do offline. If your GM or DM has bought the Ultimate Edition, you can play for free as a player. But I don't think you have privileges to add a command. Lux. I think that's what happened. I'm not sure. But if you have the cheaper paid version, everybody has to pay for it themselves. So check it out. I posted the link in chat. Silent Willow. No, I have to buy it. I was just putting the command up. Oh, okay. You're just putting it for me. Okay. Oh yeah, I do let you, if you want to make a command, you can spend lots of points if you want to, but no problem, Silo. Stick around, see how the software works. What's really cool feature that we're going to do right now is we can make a note or an encounter or anything, even a character, and we can drag it on the map like this, whoop, and it just puts it on the map. So now you need 5k, so no more pole racing. Yep, definitely. Let's say this town is by this lake over here. There is Suli. And what's cool is you can put a pin, and then when you click on it, it brings up the information about it in the pop-up window. So that's where we go. I think our journey is pretty easy. It is a little bit of a distance.